Las bandidas.
Recuerdos que me llevan a soñar. Bandidas las que un día aprendieron a amar. Dulces como tus besos, dulce el sabor del tiempo, como un barril añejo, todo un recuerdo, son las bandidas de mi corazón. Bandidas, bandidas, los recuerdos que me llevan a soñar. Bandidas, bandidas, tú y yo nos volvemos a encontrar. Tomaremos otra copa hasta el final.
Las bandidas.
Bandidas
Las bandidas.
quieren amar.
You had better treat me with respect, because if you don't...
Let go of me, Reynaldo. You don't have the right to treat me this way.
Oh, yes, I do, because you are my wife.
This doesn't give you the right to force me to do something I don't want to do. I want you to tell me if you're bothered about something, if you are hurting. I want to be a part of everything that you do here in the ranch. I would love to have my own shares.
Don't go, Malena. You will have what you want. Whatever you want, my love. Whatever you want.
I want you to tell me who that woman was that you spent the night with at the lab. I deserve to know who this woman was.
Get all the necessary paperwork done so we can get married soon. Let's do it this week if possible.
Bandidas las que un día
Las bandidas.
quieren amar.
You know, it gets harder for me to understand Fabiola. It's as if she wants to kill me with a simple look. Every time we meet, it's like being in a movie on rewind with her as my favorite lead and me as the villain.
Listen, Alonso, you have to forgive me for what I'm about to say, but the two of you are simply crazy. You are made for each other. The two of you are strong-willed, firm and hard-headed, both of you.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are. I've told you that so many times in the past. You go on arguing and keep bickering about little things while Sergio Navarro is fishing in troubled waters.
Romeo, you know about my situation.
Yes, of course I do. But you know, instead of stilling the waters, you go to Fabiola's house with Mr. Rodrigo's darn lawyer. And that's like adding more logs to the fire.
You know, I went to that party for one reason.
But you could have avoided going to that party with a beautiful woman like Martha. You see, if you did it to make Fabiola jealous, you got the result you were hoping for.
I went there to talk to her. I went there to unmask Malena, and I did. But it did me no good. She's so blind. She doesn't want to face reality.
Well, maybe she's seeing another kind of reality. That maybe Malena is not a cause of discord anymore, but now Fabiola's getting jealous because of that lawyer. And let me tell you this, that lawyer seemed very happy that she was your date at the party.
Martha's a very nice woman. But she was only my date for the party.
Well, let me say this, Alonso, and this is based on experience. All women resent what you did. And Fabiola is no exception. Actually, I don't really understand why you seem to have a fixation with the ex-girlfriends of that Sergio Navarro.
Laurento Hotel.
And I live just for you. La la.
Hello? Hello, Carmita. How are you?
Fine.
Oh, that's good. Listen, I'm going out on some errands. If I have any messages, please take them.
Yes, of course, Ma'am Martha. I will, don't you worry.
Thanks a lot. Have you seen my son, Miguel? He left a while ago. He did.
Oh, there he is.
Hello, sweetheart. What's the matter? Why such a long face?
Haven't I proven that I love you? Didn't I risk my life in that fire in your house? Obviously, you already forgot.
I cannot talk about this with Dad. He wouldn't understand. Hello, Mom.
I suppose it was Marta, right? She was the one you were with?
Dinora, I do not want to talk about this now. It doesn't matter who I was with last night. You're missing the point. The important question to ask here is why? Dinora, that's the most important part that we should talk about right now. And I'll answer you in all honesty, with all sincerity.
Rodrigo, don't you talk to me about sincerity or about honesty, not at this time.
I want to talk to you because I can't lie about how I feel. I can't pretend when in reality I now feel very differently. Dinora, our relationship has been such an adventure. Well, in all honesty, I loved you in my own way. I didn't want to hurt you because I care. We've been through so many things, so I want to be honest with you. You deserve it. That's why I have to tell you, even if it is so difficult. I understand you're upset, so I think that we should talk some other time when we're more calm, to discuss things and clear the status of our relationship.
Los Girasoles.
Listen to me, I already told Matakan the same thing I told Olegario, that I don't know where the heck that document is.
I don't believe you. You have always been a liar and an opportunist since I have known you.
Well, there's nothing I can do if you don't want to believe me.
Maybe you gave that document to the lawyer of Rodrigo Irazábal, because how come she has a copy?
I don't know. You know just how skillful these lawyers can be when they need to. She could have found it somewhere, maybe in some registry.
It's so obvious that you are lying. Perhaps Matakan didn't give you the boss's message in a clear manner.
That man is heartless. He's very cruel. He's an animal. I told him clearly that I didn't know where the document was. But look at what he did to me.
I say you fared better than you deserve. Your life is not enough payment to erase all the damage that you've done.
No, you're not saying all those things because of the document, right? You're still so mad and angry because of what happened with Zenaida, aren't you?
Don't you dare say her name with your filthy, miserable mouth!
Pancho! What's going on here? Is there a problem?
Las Bandidas.
I need to talk to someone badly. But not just anybody, but to a woman. A woman whom I can trust. So who better to talk to than you, Mom?
Why? Is something wrong, Marisol?
You see, I don't know if I can talk about this with Dad. That's why I want to talk with you.
All right. So tell me, what's wrong? Is this a health problem?
I am not sick at all, although it has to do with how I feel, too.
Oh, it's serious. It's a problem of the heart. Oh, Marisol, do you have a boyfriend?
I don't know if I can call him that. I'd like us to talk face to face, please. Do you think we can see each other?
Oh, well, yes. Yes, darling, of course. Just let me check my schedule and I'll let you know. And I'll do my best to meet you soon. I have to hang up now, darling. A patient is waiting for me. I'll see you soon, sweetheart. Say hello to your father.
Yes, I will, Mom. I love you. Goodbye.
All the mares are doing quite well. Soon we'll have the stables full of suckling. And time will show us if your experiment works or not.
That's great. Well, at least something worked out just the way I planned it.
You don't seem to be excited.
No. I am not.
I know how you feel. When problems keep on popping up instead of disappearing.
Yes. And it seems when a new problem appears, it's much more complicated than the last.
Right. Are you talking about Corina? Have you finally decided to stay away from her now?
Actually, I haven't. Alonso. I can't. I can't even bear the thought of being away from her.
Rodrigo didn't deny that he spent the night with another woman.
Wait, did he say if the woman that he was with is Corina?
No. No, and even though I cried, he didn't tell me whether it was her that he spent the night with. That's why I was so angry, because he wouldn't tell me who that woman is.
Well, all right. So if it wasn't her, then who is this woman?
I don't know, Ricarda. Marta Moreno?
The lawyer?
Mm-hmm.
Did he say it was Martha?
No. Rodrigo didn't admit that it was her. But then, when I mentioned her name, he didn't deny it.
In that case, what did he do? Did he even say sorry to you? Tell me, what did he do?
Ricarda, he didn't apologize. He didn't say sorry. He just said that he felt differently now. And that we should talk some other time, and that it wasn't the right time, and that he didn't want to hurt me. But you know what? I'm so tired and fed up, and I don't want us to be in this situation. So if he's feeling confused about us, well, to me it's very clear that our situation is something that I'm not going to put up with.
What are you planning to do? Dinora, we both know that you are a woman who fights back and doesn't give up so easily. You cannot give up right now. You cannot simply leave and pave the way for this woman. Dinora, please, think it through.
And what do you want me to do, Ricarda? What do you want me to do? You want me to stay and turn a blind eye to that man when he wants to spend the night with another woman? To welcome him home with a smile and to act as if everything is okay between us?
Oh, Dinora. Listen, my dear. You're very smart and intelligent. But listen, you've got to understand that this is the time to play your cards right. If you leave, you lose everything. And you've got so much going for you. Rodrigo is no one's fool, and at this moment that woman is just a passing fancy. He's not serious about her. He knows that he needs a woman who can meet all his expectations and one he can be proud of, and that woman is you.
Los Girasoles.
Is your boss here right now?
No, Mr. Pernia just comes and goes.
Your mother is fine. Well, she's a little bit worried about you when you went to the ranch the day Amparo got married.
I shouldn't have tried to stop her wedding, Pancho. Amparo chose to marry Reynaldo, not me.
Yes. I can imagine how you must feel. But you must find a way to overcome your feeling.
I know that. I want to forget her, Pancho, but I just can't. And I can't help but think that Olegario had something to do with that cursed wedding.
Ruben, you've got to stop this feeling of hate in your heart. It won't do any good.
It doesnn't matter. Pancho, Olegario deserves my hatred. He hurts his family and anyone who doesn't do what he says.
What do you mean?
Gaspar Infante, Pancho. He denies it, but I know that Olegario sent someone to beat him up. That's why you're here, right? You're here because Olegario ordered you to come here. Who are you here for, Pancho? For Gaspar? Or me?
Olegario is to be feared, but I can see that he's treating me differently now.
Yes, Olegario's not someone you can trust. He looks and acts sophisticated and well-mannered. He comes across as highly educated. But he's sly, and all his dirty work is being done by Matakan, and that man's also dangerous. They both are.
Yes. I've seen how he blindly obeys Olegario.
Apparently, Matakan owes Olegario his life. My brother told me that the only time they confronted each other was because of a woman. brother said that woman supposedly wrote something about Olegario. And, well now, that paper can't be found. It got lost in the fire.
What did that paper say?
Well, I really don't know. But she must have written something about them both, don't you think so? Because they did argue. I myself saw that he didn't want to confront and attack Olegario, even when they say that the fire was an act of revenge on the woman and the boy.
The boy that disappeared?
Alvaro. That's the boy's name. We've talked about that before, right?
Yes, but I didn't know what the boy's name was. And the mother?
Well, apparently, she survived the fire. And the boy, unfortunately, had disappeared because my family looked for him everywhere. We even posted it on the internet. At the start of it all, I uploaded the boy's picture with the pertinent information, but it was a long time and nothing ever happened. Who knows if he's still alive? But if he is, then the boy would have been about your age by this time.
Las Bandidas. Las Bandidas. Los Girasoles.
But I'd never do anything against you, Ruben.
So then you're here for Gaspar?
No, I came for
No,
you.
he's not.
Your mother is worried, so I told her I'd find out how you were doing. Besides, you're almost like a son to me.
I've always looked upon you as the father I never had. And now you're the only one who understands what I'm going through.
Of course I do. And I think that it's high time for you to look for another woman.
I think you're making a mistake. If you marry a man that you're not even half in love with.
Oh, Nanny, but you know that I'd been in love with Sergio before. For sure, once we live together, I'm going to fall in love with him again. I'm sure about
No,
that.
my dear, don't lie to yourself. You have never been in love with Sergio. You know that. If you have, Alonso wouldn't have been a part of your life.
Nanny, all I want is to have some peace. And I just want to think I can have the life I had before all of this happened. So please don't dash my hopes.
Oh, my dear. You know what I would have done if I were you? I would pack my bag, go far away from here, where Alonso can never find me. And I will never, ever marry a man that I don't even love at all, just to have some peace.
And what? Huh? Leave my family, my house in the hands of a viper like Malena? No, I'm not a fool.
But Fabiola, it's not your responsibility. Your father will surely realize the kind of woman that he married one of these days.
No, Nanny, he won't because he's very much blinded by love. That's why I'm here, because being the eldest among the three of us, I took it upon myself to show him and prove to him the kind of woman he got himself for a wife.
What happened with the report, by the way?
Nothing, Nanny. The detective gave me the very same report that he gave my father several years ago. But at least Malena doesn't know it, so she thinks I've got something to destroy her with. I'm sure she'll soon be fed up with me and she would rather leave than stay in this house with me. Because all I want is for my father to find real peace and happiness, Nanny.
And you, my dear, what about your happiness? Who's going to save you from a loveless marriage? Tell me.
I don't know, Nanny. And I no longer care. As long as I can save my family, I'm willing to sacrifice my own happiness.
In other words, the time that we shared together didn't mean anything to you. This woman comes along and crosses your path, and everything that we shared, everything that we planned to do together, it's all over. I go my way and you live here happily with that woman.
And looking at each other in the shadow of the woods, they surrendered to their truth in the meadows. Their hands swiftly reaching out, palm to palm and skin to skin.
and feeling light like angels, they finally kiss. They were inseparable as they embraced. Rodrigo.
Hello, darling.
Hello, Daddy.
Oh.
Nice to see you.
How are you?
Fine. And you? Where have you been?
At Irazabo's ranch. So how's your day?
The only thing that I accomplished today was to do some lemonade. Do you want some?
Yes, thank you. What's this?
Mother?
Oh, Daddy. You see, I wanted to talk to Mommy, so I called her.
I've been asking for this for some time. And now they finally sent it. It isn't much. But it's important for you to know more about the veterinarian.
All right. Mexico.
According to what it says there, he was born here. But his family went to Mexico when he was a boy. He grew up and studied there.
What do we know about his family?
Apparently, both his parents died in an accident when he was going to the university.
And he has no other family, maybe a brother?
No other children were reported.
They have no children. What do you mean?
He was adopted.
He's adopted. Alonso Cáceres was just adopted. Very interesting.
Why didn't you tell me about it? You can talk to your mother whenever you want to.
I thought you won't like it, that's why I kept it.
And why would I feel bad? I told you 1,000 times that, even though your mother and I are separated, she's still your mother.
Yes, I know that.
Besides, darling, there are certain topics that are very hard for me to help you because you're now a young lady.
Oh, Daddy, you know you're really the best daddy as well as the best mommy in the whole wide world.
Thanks, darling. But young ladies like you have certain issues that they rather discuss with their moms. So I'll take you to see her when you have to go.
Yes, Dad, I would like you to. But I'm still waiting for her to confirm.
All right. Once you meet, you'll just let me know, okay? Well, now I'll have that lemonade.
I'll bring it right away.
You lifted me up onto that tree so I could climb higher and hide, and then I couldn't come down, remember?
Yes, how could I forget that? I even had to borrow a ladder because it was so high.
You've always been a big part of my life, Pancho. And you're the only one who was patient enough to teach me how to ride a horse. You're like the father I never had.
And you've always been like the son I never had.
Did you know him?
Know who?
Did you know my father? Did you ever meet him? Pancho, what's his name?
Mr. Olegario, I'm glad I saw you. I want to ask if you're going to inspect the new shipment of rum. The ordered volume's ready to be shipped to Europe.
You go and inspect the rums to be shipped. I'll be there later.
Whatever you say, boss.
By the way, Mr. Olegario, did Fabiola already talk to you?
About what?
About our getting married within the week.
Are you serious?
Yes, and I was surprised too when Fabiola told me about her decision at Amparo's wedding.
This calls for a celebration.
Definitely.
This time around, take my advice. You hold the mare's reins very firmly. Don't let what happened happen again.
I'll remember that.
I'll see you later.
Obviously, you knew how to manipulate my father so you could continue to stay in this house, right?
Hey, calm down. I know that in several days we won't have to put up with these disagreeable encounters. I heard you'll soon be marrying Sergio.
It's none of your business.
No, you're right, it's not. But I think it's very smart of you that you decided to marry somebody and kept away from my man. Your move proves you no longer doubt the fact that Alonso's mine.
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron a
Las
amar.
bandidas.
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron
Las
a amar.
bandidas.
I couldn't wait to see you. I just couldn't.
Laurento Hotel.
But tell me, if you and I would have no choice but to confront each other in court, do you really have the capacity to hurt me?
Now who could that be? Denora.
Oh, so it was you.
Me? What are you saying?
Oh, just give me a break, Marta. Don't take me for a fool. Because I know very well that you are the woman who's trying to take Rodrigo away from me.
You finally understood that Sergio's the right man for you. Because, well, the likes of me is the right woman for a man like Alonso.
You're unbelievable, Malena. I can't believe you'd have the nerve to say that here in your husband's house. Control your mouth.
You shouldn't tell me what I could or couldn't utter in my own house.
I have the ace, Malena, right here. Right in the palm of my hand. I know your filthy past. Don't forget that.
Nothing has worked for you up to now.
Up to now, Malena. Just up to now. And do you know why? Because I thought that you would be smart enough to leave. Yes, I thought you'd leave this house before my father found out about the whole truth. I'm going to wipe your you can't touch me face, Malena. I will make you crawl and grovel begging for mercy because I know all about your past, and my father will find out too.
Fabiola, please. If Oligario doesn't believe you, his own daughter, then I'm sure he won't believe what a piece of paper says about me. He's head over heels in love with me, and that's what you can't take.
Okay, fine then, let's find out. You see, it's not only the report, Malena. I know you're friends with Aljure, and neither of you can hide your so-called friendship. What does that mean? That father's going to believe me.
You won't get anywhere with that.
You want to bet? Very well, Malena. To be fair, then I'll give you a chance. Yes, go and be the one to tell my father about everything. I mean everything about your filthy life, or I'll be the one to do it. You decide.
I'm the lover of Rodrigo? Oh, Denora, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Oh, really? Oh, please, Marta, don't deny it. I know for a fact that you're the woman who spent the night with Rodrigo in his laboratory.
Really? Listen, I wasn't with Rodrigo in the laboratory. Denora, I'm sorry to inform you, but you're totally mistaken.
Just stop denying it, Marta. Because if you had the nerve to actually spend the night with Rodrigo, then you should at least have the courage to admit it straight to my face.
My relationship with Rodrigo Irazabal is strictly on a professional level. Now, if you have nothing to ask me about our working relationship, then I suggest you go and ask him, because I am not anyone's lover.
I don't believe you.
I don't care if you believe me or not. It doesn't affect me at all. Now please leave my room. You've overextended your welcome. And the next time you want to accuse someone unfairly, then have some proof, because I am no one's lover. The door is open.
If you have the temerity to attack me, then you should have the courage to tell my father the whole truth. Just one thing. As soon as you tell him, you have to get out of this house because my father will never forgive you for your duplicity.
You think so?
Without a shadow of a doubt, Malena, I assure you. All the love and admiration that my father feels for you will turn into such hate and revulsion. So either you tell him, Malena, or I will do it.
You wouldn't dare if you knew what I'm capable of doing.
I'm not scared of your threats, you know that.
I know you have nothing against me.
Well, I dare you, Malena. Deep inside, you're scared to death because I have the report of Aljure.
I'm not scared because you can't prove anything.
Well, maybe, but Daddy has a lot of connections. Whatever I show him in that report, he can have it investigated and verified. So you have 24 hours. If by this time tomorrow, you haven't talked to my father, if you haven't told him the truth, I will be the one to tell him everything you've done.
You're doing this to me because you've lost. Because Alonso chose me over you.
Say what you want, Malena. Say what you want. For in the end, you'll be out of this house, and you have to go back to the garbage dump where you rightfully belong.
Arrogant, condescending woman, I hate you. Oh, Miss Malena, is something the matter? Don't talk to me. Get out of my sight.
Missing. Missing boy.
Boy missing. The boy is named Alvaro de Mejia.
So it's true they were looking for me.
So what do you want from her? Please just leave her alone. She's gonna get agitated.
How are you, Eugenia? It's been a long time.
Las Bandidas.
Bandidas las que un día aprendieron
Las
a
Bandidas.
It's been a long time since I came to visit. So how are you doing?
I think that your visit is making her very nervous, Mr. Olegario. Eugenia is very sensitive.
She's not nervous. She's just surprised to see me. You weren't expecting me, were you? I'm sorry. I have no experience in using this. It has been a long time since we saw each other. But I've always been thinking of you, you know. You're still a beautiful woman until now. Well, it's just too bad that life seems to be anything but kind to you. Who would have ever guessed? You're paralyzed, bound to a wheelchair now.
You know what? You're starting to stress her out, Mr. Olegario.
I want you to leave me alone with her.
I really don't think I should leave her alone.
I said I want you to leave me alone with her. Well, go on. Now you and I are going to talk, Eugenia, about the past and about your son. That's why I'm here, to talk about your son.
Hey, is that you? Oh, he's cute. Here, drink.
Los Girasoles.
I don't think it's important to talk about that. I don't even remember his name.
Mother told me that he died a long time ago, but I think that's only her excuse for me to drop the subject, so I would stop asking her about him, and so that I would...
Whatever Zenaida tells you is true. Besides, she's been a good mother and a father to you.
You're Zenaida's son, young man?
How is it that you know my mother?
He worked for Mr. Olegario for many years.
Well, I have never heard of this man before. My mother has never talked about him.
Well, that's because it was centuries ago, kid. I stayed away for a long time that I didn't even know that Zenaida already had a young son.
We are talking here, so please go.
So who's your father? Is it you?
Why don't you mind your own business?
All right. I was simply asking. Besides, anything that has to do with Olegario does not interest me.
What kind of work did Gaspar do for Olegario?
Well, he's a lawyer. He takes care of all the legal matters.
Of course. Now I know why Gaspar is involved.
Interested in what?
It's Olegario, Pancho. I think Gaspar knows something that could be detrimental to Olegario. That's why he's applying so much pressure on him.
I've often wondered and wanted to know what happened to your little boy. He also just disappeared around those days. And no one ever heard from him again. That's strange, isn't it? If it hadn't been for what happened to you, I would have thought that it's because you were hiding him.
What do you want?
I have a surprise for you. Your son is still alive. Who knows, maybe he will come to visit you one of these days. Or has he visited you already?
I hate you!
Oh, you didn't used to hate me before. I will be watching closely, Eugenia. And if you have something to say to me, then tell me now. Don't wait until I find out about it myself. It won't be good for you. All right. Tell me. I can see that you understand me. Well, I hope your son understands just as well.
What happened? What's wrong? All right, take it easy. Relax. I'm right here.